baby.
Ew. Ew.
Episode number 41.
Hell yeah.
Bad news. I got really bad news for all the ladies out there, all the top of the lineup, female faithful. We're both married. We're off the market.
Yep.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, I'm glad you followed suit because I signed a 10-year deal. You know what I mean? I think that was 10-12-year deal. I think that was the contract, right? So
yep.
Yeah, player option, right? You have a player option.
Lots of options.
Yeah,
lots of options.
There you go.
Staying with her. That is the main option.
Yeah, I messed up. I messed up on mine. I don't have a player option. It's just club option, honestly. So I'm kind of fucked. I'm just
kidding, of course.
Kidding. Yes, we're just kidding.
Diving right into our quick hits. Sean Kazmar Jr. I probably fucked that name up.
No worries.
Give this guy's bio to the world.
Yeah, so this gentleman played 17 pro seasons. Okay, he was only in major leagues, I think, twice in his career. He is a World Series champion. He got called up this year, and I believe he played maybe 3 or 4 games, but he was in the minor leagues for a long time. I think the last time he was actually before this year, I think it was like 2008, 2009. He was in Major League Baseball, and then he made a comeback. I mean, he was grinding all those years playing baseball throughout the minors, and he got called up, and now World Series champion. He's retiring with a ring, baby. I think that's really cool. I just wanted to give him some recognition because I mean the grind, right? Like you never know when your name's going to be called. And the fact that he just kept on pushing for so many years to just get that opportunity, just one last opportunity. And he did. And, luckily he's again, like we said, he's on top. He's finishing on top, which is pretty cool.
And if you think about it, he's probably impacted so many major leaguers that we will never know about, right? You think about all these minor leaguers that are probably went to his locker after an 0-for-4 game, after, just getting moved up to AA, AAA, whatever it might be. This is someone that his teammates probably relied on. And I don't know this for a fact, but I can only assume, right? So kudos to him. Probably a lot more impact than any of us will ever know.
Yeah.
Joaquim Soria hanging up the cleats. Mexican great.
Hell yeah.
14 years. The dude's been around for a long freaking time. He was the closer for Kansas City, I swear, in like freaking, what is that, 2009?
Something like that.
Probably.
I mean, I think that was like his dominant, his kind of dominant years, right? When he was with the Royals. I'll just pull it up for you, bud, just because we want to make sure we're not referencing the wrong shit.
Wrong stuff.
From 2007 to 2011, he was with the Royals. And then I think he took like I could have sworn there was like a 2-year stint where he wasn't playing, and then he made somewhat of a comeback in 2013 and flourished to an extent, just lasted, played with
2-time All-Star.
Yeah, 2-time All-Star, played with the Rangers, played with the Tigers, Pirates,
Oakland A's,
White Sox, Oakland A's, yep, Arizona, so Toronto too. Shit, yeah. I mean, he did it, man. So
3.11 ERA, not too shabby for a reliever.
Not bad at all. At all.
Pretty damn good. Kudos to him on a great career. When there are Mexican players, it is nice to see them do well because there's not many of them.
That is true.
So
Oliver Perez, that's the other one.
Yeah,
I can think of.
Dude's been pitching since before we were born.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. Giants extend Gabe Kapler through 2024. This man could not get it done
Mm.
in Philly. It was just not the right spot for him. When the Giants hired him on, I thought this was a stupid move.
Yep.
And I'm not the only one.
I'm a +1 to that.
Yep.
+1 to that.
Yep. And dude deserves to be the manager for a long time. So tip of the cap to him. Tip of the cap to Cap. So well deserved.
Like what you did there.
Yeah. Thanks. I try.
Yeah.
Brent Strom, excuse me.
No worries.
Dyslexia is hard. Brent Strom, the former Houston Astros pitching coach, is going to Arizona. This is a very interesting move, in my opinion. You go from a, really good team to a really not so good team. Don't know much about Brent Strom, to be quite honest. He could live, he might be from Arizona. He might live near Arizona. Who knows?
He was saying that he saw the same struggles with the Diamondbacks that he saw back in, I believe, like in 2008 with the Astros. So even after the World Series, he's like, I've done all I can do. We have 2 other pitching coaches under me that are ready. They're ready to take the reins. And I think this was more of like, hey, I've been with this organization for a long time. It's time for another challenge. So
that's cool.
I think that's pretty cool. And also just gives the other opportunities to the other pitching coaches to step up and show their worth, because at one point, they could become managers. You never know, right?
Yeah.
But you have to have that opportunity. So this is a really nice pickup for the Diamondbacks. I think they have a decent coaching staff. Lavello's leading that. I really like him. Hopefully they're able to get things together. I thought when they got Bumgarner, I thought like that was going to be kind of like one of those things to improve, but it didn't see much improvement. But I think this is going to help. I think this is going to help a lot with their pitching for sure.
They're definitely a team that I wouldn't sleep on.
Yeah.
If they make some moves this offseason, they could potentially be a team to watch out for. I don't think the Padres are going away. I don't think they are. However, with their disappointing year this year, the Diamondbacks might look at that as an open invitation. And the Giants losing a lot of players, the Dodgers losing a lot of players. I don't want to say that the NL West is wide open, but you can conceivably win that division by having a really good offseason. And they already have the pitching. In my opinion, their starters are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Sure, they might need another name in there, solidify that bullpen a little bit, get yourself some hitters. I know that sounds like a lot, but
yeah. No,
trade Escobar.
It could happen. Yeah.
Trade Escobar. See what you can get for that. You could probably get a pretty good deal that would get you players right now. I don't know. Just thinking outside the box. This is a team that I would watch out for. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this coming year. However, I don't think they're as far away as people might think that they are.
Yeah, and also just to clarify, just realizing this, I think they did trade Escobar to the Brewers. You remember that? I think that's so you're already a step ahead. They already did that.
Yeah. I'm just living in the past.
You know what?
Who am I thinking of? They definitely have someone that needs to be traded.
I mean, you don't want to trade their pitching staff. You don't want to trade Merrill Kelly or any of those guys.
No.
I know who you're talking about. But Escobar, really you said this, right? So that's already the step. That's already the step for their improvement, which will solidify your take on them, potentially. There you go.
It's all about improving the team. I think I was thinking about Ketel Marte.
Oh, Marte, yeah. I wouldn't want to trade him, bro. I think he's that piece that you need to keep. But
and he probably is. However, if you think about it, Escobar and the Brewers love that. if you think about it, dude, there's not too many outfielders on this market.
That is true.
And if you're a team like, say, the Brewers, right? And I know the Brewers aren't going to really need much help in the outfield, but just, just as an example, the Brewers aren't going to outbid someone on Chris Bryant or Starling Marte, right? But trade Josh Hader, and this is such a big hypothetical.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself big time, right? But trade Josh Hader and maybe a prospect for Marte and a prospect, Ketel Marte, right? Now a team like the Brewers, who might need an outfielder, which I don't think they do, just hypothetically. Now they got an outfielder, and they didn't have to go spend, $30 million a year that Chris Bryant and Starling Marte might be looking for. So
that's true.
Just thinking outside the box. We just went on a Braves
rant. We digress. That's how we do it, dude. That's how we are.
Talking ball.
Oh yeah.
I would like to apologize. I'm going to apologize to the baseball world right now. Okay. And I don't do this often. So please soak this in for everything that it's worth.
Should I record this?
This is probably going to be in the hype video for this episode. I am sorry to Buster Posey. Okay. The reason I am sorry to Buster Posey.
Here we go.
Is because I am the reason he retired.
Oh God.
So he's a big fan of Top of the Lineup. If you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
Big fan of Top of the Lineup. And
hypothetically speaking.
Not hypothetically speaking, just 100% truth coming out of my mouth right now. Huge fan of the pod. Huge fan of myself. He loves me. Absolutely loves me. And he realized that he blew that game against the Dodgers.
Oh my God.
With his horrible pitch
Jesus
sequence.
Christ.
And yes, I'm circling back to that. So I apologize to the baseball world. Buster Posey retired because I called him out. I let the world know.
You heard his feelings.
I heard his feelings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Giants fans, especially. I know he's a rock on your team. You're gonna have to hang up that number 28 jersey for a little bit. And I apologize.
Let's not talk about the fucking no hitters or anything that he's done. Let's not talk about that.
Those are irrelevant.
The World Series. Yeah, they're irrelevant.
Those rings, the silver, the silver slugger,
everything, the whole shebang, just
rookie of the year. Well, I don't know why those are important in this conversation.
Oh my God.
But totally joking. Buster Posey, one of the best catchers of our generation.
Yes.
Offensively, defensively, I'll say it. Offensively and defensively. One hell of a year. Or one hell of a year.
Hell of a year for sure.
But I meant career. I meant career. I'm gonna put you on the spot right now.
Yeah.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
I think he is. I think with all the accolades, I think just with everything surrounding him, I think he is. However, I tweeted this on our top of line. I'm not sure if you saw the tweet, but in order for this man to get in the Hall of Fame, Joe Mauer needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Joe Mauer.
Thank you.
And Buster Posey have very similar stats. They both retired. This is crazy, dude. This is crazy. I'm gonna pull this up for you. But Joe Mauer, I believe, retired at the age of 35. Yeah, age of 35. Buster Posey at the age of 34. All right. When we talk about hits, Buster Posey is at 1,500. Joe Mauer is at 2,100. When we talk about home runs, Joe Mauer is at 143. Buster Posey is at 158. And then average, it's above 300. Okay. Awards, if you look at awards too, Silver Sluggers are in there. Gold Gloves are in there. Let's see here. So Buster Posey.
Mauer has the MVP.
And so does Buster Posey. Yeah. Buster Posey MVP. This is crazy. Joe Mauer MVP. And then Joe Mauer 3-time Gold Glover. And then Buster Posey has one. 5-time Silver Slugger for Buster Posey. Joe Mauer, 5 times Silver Slugger. This is fucking crazy.
It
like
is
the
pretty
numbers,
crazy.
and they retired at a very young age. So what I'm saying is, yeah, Joe Mauer needs to get inducted. To this, that's he's like the gatekeeper for Buster Posey, just because statistic wise, yes, Buster Posey could potentially get in there, but it would not be fair to Joe Mauer if he doesn't get in there. So
I think the catching position is a lot different nowadays than it was even in the Mike Piazza days, right? When you think of the automatic, 3,000 hits is going to get you into the Hall of Fame, 500 home runs, you're in the Hall of Fame, right? Your typical numbers, you have a 10 plus year career and you hit over 300, you're probably going to be in the Hall of Fame, right? For catchers, it's different. 1,500 hits. You look at 1,500 hits and you're like, well, that's really not that much. You could have done better, right? But what you're not taking into account is what he did for the pitching staff. I don't have his catcher's ERA ready to go. Soto might be able to pull that up while I talk out of my ass for a second. For me, catcher's ERA is one of the most important statistics that I look at for catchers. And sure, it is dependent on who your pitchers are as well. Somebody like Lincecum and Bumgarner are gonna definitely help his cause, but that's the number that I look at a lot of the time. Not to mention, the no-hitters, the World Series, and all of those things, they count, they matter, right? I'm glad you brought up the Joe Mauer comparison, because I've been thinking the same thing. If Joe Mauer makes it, I think Posey makes it. I think easily. The 500 hit difference between the two, 500, 600 hits, Posey makes up with the other accolades, the World Series, the no-hitters, all of that great stuff. Not Joe Mauer's fault that he was on, some shitty Twins teams, but hey.
They spent their whole careers with one team too. That's you talk about like integrity and all that other stuff that some of the writers are looking at, like that's adding to it. So I think with the catcher position, especially for the Hall of Fame, there's so much more than just the hitting aspect. Of course, like you said, right? Mike Piazza, I mean, freaking crazy with stats in terms of hitting, but there's just so many other things that these guys are, contributing to. I mean, even Yachty, Yachty, great catcher, right? I want to say the hits and home runs are fairly aligned as well. Yachty's had a longer career, right? For sure. But that says a lot, right? If his stats are still somewhat closer to Mauer and Buster Posey, and they're still fairly young, if you want to compare.
Yeah, and it's a shame. It's a shame to see him walk away at this age. He quotes injuries for the main reason. His body was hurting. When your time is up. For some it's 45. Justin Verlander just said he wants to pitch until he's 45 years old. For some it's 28, 29. Think about Prince Fielder, right? He retired at a very early age for a predominantly, he's a hitter, right? It's not like you're throwing Prince Fielder out in center field and expecting him to go catch, gap shots. He retired young, and I'm kind of surprised that he didn't want to DH, play first base, something along those lines. But
he also did it for family. That was
correct.
The big thing is was family. He wanted to be a dad, and
reason why he didn't play in 2020. And nothing but respect for this decision. He's done it all, right? What does he still have left to do? I'm very curious, and I almost don't want to say it, but I'm almost 100% sure the Giants would have picked up his $22 million option for this coming year. But I'm very curious if the Giants had any conversations with him of, hey, we're not going to pick this deal up for you. And I wonder if that was the case, if that had anything to do with his retirement, because I think Posey is very loyal to San Francisco. I could never see Posey play anywhere else. And I don't think that's actually the
I don't
case,
think
because
it's the
there's
case.
no
They
way that
extended
the
Crawford.
Giants,
They
correct,
extended Crawford. I think like that's the same thing. And if they're able to pick up Belt with his option, I think it would just solidify that wasn't necessarily the case. But I see where your head's at.
right.
But I think, I don't think it's necessarily the case. But with Buster Posey, again, great career. I for sure, I know you put me on the spot, for sure, Hall of Famer. Joe Mauer has to go in there, and Yachty. I mean, if you look at stats, they're all fairly same. The only biggest difference is Yachty has more Gold Gloves. And I think one more World Series than Joe Mauer. But other than that, everything's fairly similar. If not, I think Joe Mauer has more hits than him, which is crazy. But
That is crazy.
Yeah. But we digress. Buster Posey, thank you again. Like it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch Buster Posey. Especially those no-hitters. I mean, those don't come along very often, and they were coming fairly often.
He had quite a few.
You know, yeah. Man, we should have switched this because the next one's okay, but the last one but that's how we do it.
Yeah, I was
World
thinking
Series,
the same thing too.
Yeah, World Series, go on. Let's just chat about that a little bit.
My former Atlanta Braves.
Your former, yep,
are the World Series champs. I counted them out in every single series, and they won every single series. Every fucking series that they played, I was like, nope, they're not going to win. They're finally not going to win. Nope, not going to happen. Brewers, it's going to be the Brewers. It's going to be the Dodgers. It's going to be the Astros.
Yep.
Nobody could stop them.
Yep.
And dude, what a ride for them. I love watching a team get hot at the right time, and that's what happened. They got hot at the right time. They had chemistry like no other. Sure, on paper, who's the better team? The Astros. Who's the better team? The Dodgers. The Brewers, you could probably go 50-50, but I would still probably lean Brewers. But the chemistry and the energy that was there, that's what did it.
Yeah.
Kudos to them. It was a great series. The Astros just seemed like they were behind the 8 ball right off the bat.
That's just how it goes, like momentum. And this is why I love baseball so much, is that any team can have your number, right? Like when you talk about NFL, like you kind of have a good sense of who's going to win it or who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Even NBA, for the most part, you have a good sense. Baseball is not like that. You know what I mean? We thought that the Blue Jays were gonna be in there. That didn't happen.
I had the Blue Jays winning the damn World Series. They couldn't even get into the postseason.
Didn't happen, and that's why I love baseball so much. And I'm so happy that the Braves won it, because it just goes to show, regular season, hey, that's done for. What we got going on right now, that's all that matters. And they had that momentum, and it's just perfect timing. You know, the Dodgers were depleted from the Giants. The Astros, it just wasn't clicking for some reason. It was I mean, they had some hard series too. You know, I mean, it's not like they had an easy route. Obviously the White Sox were fairly easy, but when they played the Red Sox, it was fucking tough for them. You know, it was pretty tough. So, kudos to them. Super excited to see how far they go next year as well. They have some really young pitching, strong pitching. Ian Anderson. Oh my gosh, dude, this guy. He's going places, dude. He is going places. I mean, it's crazy to think at such a young age he's able to just keep those emotions in and just fucking shove it. So
don't sleep on 2 big players coming back too. Mike Soroka scheduled to come back in the summer, and then Acuna Jr. I don't know when he's coming back, but he will be back.
Yep.
And you can only get better when you add a top 5 talent back to your team. So
exactly.
Yeah, good stuff in Atlanta. I'm not worried about them not contending. I think the division is theirs. Obviously, the offseason will dictate how things go, but
you never know.
You never know. But I'm ready to say that the Braves win the NL East next year. And I'm still standing by that the NL East is the better division.
Hey, you're right. You're right. At the end of the day, whoever wins that World Series, right? Like that's a good indication of which division is strong.
Which division's better?
AL West and NL East. Those are the two best divisions in Major League Baseball. So
yep. Cannot argue with that. My least favorite part of this episode.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna take you into my personal life. The week of the wedding, a couple days before my wedding, stressed out as shit, doing last minute purchases and whatnot. And Soto calls me, and I'm inside of a store, don't have good reception. Soto sends me something, can't see it, it's not loading, whatever. And then he calls me and he tells me, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? He says, Bob Melvin is the Padres' new manager. And I was like, what the fuck are you, like, dude, stop. This is not a good time for a joke. Like, this is not a good time for a joke. God. And he was not joking. Yeah.
Hey, time out. First off, I said, hey, how are you doing? How's
everything? You're right. You are
out?
right.
Let's come on. People are gonna think I'm a
you're right.
horrible best man.
Yeah,
I checked up on you.
You're right.
I was still, whether you said you were good or bad, I was still gonna deliver the news.
You're still drop. You're still gonna drop it.
Fuck it.
What does this move mean to me? I am not horribly concerned with the A's losing Bob Melvin, that aspect of it. That part really doesn't bother me too much. I am very confident. I am too. I am very, very happy. And we'll get into that part as well. As far as the A's go, I'm very confident in who their replacement will be. The A's have always been a very smart baseball team. They know what they're doing. Even when it looks like they aren't, they don't know what they're doing. They do. But what this move means to me has been kind of, the early talks of the offseason. This move meant their time of being competitive has ended with this core. The likes of Chris Bassett, Sean Manaea, Matt Olson, Matt Chapman, etc. That team's gone.
Yep. Losing
Bob Melvin meant to me, let's wave the white flag. It's Black Friday here in Oakland. Come get who you want. They are gone.
Yeah. I saw that as well. And there's already rumors, with Olsen and like you're hearing it already, but I think this was a good indication. You have the Mariners coming up on your ass. Like there's no denying that they're going to be heavy buyers this come off season.
Yep.
The Angels are going to be heavy buyers, and I'm still not too scared of them, but you should be kind of scared.
I'm scared.
They're focusing on pitching. So that's fucking scary, right? When you have Mike Trout and Ohtani, and Rendon's going to be coming back, right? And they're probably going to be targeting another shortstop too, which is fucking crazy. It's going to be kind of, okay, yeah, I'm kind of scared.
I'm scared.
And then you have the Astros. So it's a good indication. Okay. We can't lie to ourselves. We can't. We gotta restart.
I just hope we get the right moves, right? The Josh Donaldson trade wasn't as great as it could have been, right? He went off and won an MVP. I just hope, look, they're going to break my heart. I have purposely not bought a jersey, a real jersey with a name on the back. This year I bought a Kelly Green jersey. It is blank on the back. I refuse to get a player's name on there. I'll buy shirts, $30. I'll miss out on $30 once they get traded, but I just can't get myself to spend money on a jersey until they make a big splash and sign someone to a 10-year deal. Until
which
then,
end up trading them in fucking 5 years.
In 3 years. So, a couple things here. There's a lot of things, and I can talk for hours and
Yeah.
hours on this,
Yep.
and I won't. But Bob Melvin, very, very happy for him. The Padres are getting an incredible manager that can control a team. I'm very curious to see what he does with big face personalities, because in Oakland you don't really have that. And I know they had Matt Olson, Matt Chapman, Simeon, right? Like some of these stars, but the kind of stars that they are under the radar. Like, I'm not top 5 talent. I'm not, gonna be arguing in the dugout, right? Like, Bob Melvin is going to basically, the way to highlight the Padres is that Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis incident at the end of the year. That is what Bob Melvin is going to.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's dealt with things like that in Oakland, but they have not been very public. There was a thing a couple years ago with Danny Valencia and Billy Butler. I don't know if you remember that, but no offense to either one of those guys. That's Danny Valencia and Billy Butler. That's not Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado. So it's just a different ballgame. So I hope he can, accept this challenge, and I'm sure he can. But I hope he can take it head on. He got a 3-year contract, which the A's basically said they were not able to give him.
They gave him. It's so crazy because he was like slotted for this year to be with the A's, and they're like, it's okay.
Yeah, and it's just because this coming year was his last on his contract, and they weren't too sure what they were going to do moving forward. They didn't want to trade him. Technically, the A's could have traded him.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
got a return, but they felt like that was disrespectful to Bob Melvin. So I like that. That would
just be horrible. Yeah. Like, it's already the Oakland Athletics right now as a whole. It's not a good look with some of the things that they're doing, right? So it's just,
they want to cut their payroll back to $40 million,
and that then charge fans more for tickets, and it's just a whole debacle there right now. It's unfortunate, but
it is very, very unfortunate. It is probably the Pirates and the Rays have really shitty situations. At least the Rays are good.
Yeah.
But the Pirates and the A's are really the bottom of the boat, dude.
Yep.
And it's not looking good. It is not looking good.
Yep.
Last thing that I'll talk about, potential replacements. I wouldn't get too excited about a Ron Washington becoming the A's manager. It is a possibility. However, I just
wants to win. I think Ron Washington is in a point of his life where there's no rebuilding. He's not in that mode. I think he just won a World Series. I think he wants to continue to win. So if there's any slots for him to be on somewhat of a winning team, then that's what's going to happen. So
yeah,
I think Mark Kotze.
I agree. Mark Kotze is Kotze. That's who I'm doubling down on. Ryan Christensen, also a really good one in the organization. Darren Bush has been in the organization for a while, another good one. I would have said Chip Hale, but Chip Hale is going to U of A. Never sleep on Eric Chavez. Eric Chavez is still in the Angels organization. Still believe he's their AAA manager. Could see, potential there, but I think it's going to be Mark Kotze or Ryan Christensen for sure.
Yeah, I'm really pushing towards Kotze though. I think Kotze's the right guy for what they're trying to do. Agree.
Now that the stressful part, my anxiety.
Oh man, this is going to be meaty. We'll try to get through this as quick as we can. But hey,
it is the off season.
Yeah,
it is the off season. One of our favorite times of the year. It's free agent time, baby. Free agent time.
And there are, my God,
my Christmas list is fat. Right,
dude,
now.
This is the Brazilian steakhouse, type. This is it right here.
We have the green sign out.
Oh my gosh.
Bring us the meat.
Hell yeah.
I got 10 free agents for you. These are the top 10.
Just 10. And this is just fucking 10. Crazy, dude. There's more.
There's couple names that are not on this list. Javi Baez. Brandon Belt,
Kershaw.
Marcus Stroman, Clayton Kershaw, Chris Taylor, Kyle Schwarber, right? Like I could probably keep going. These are names that are not on this list. We're going to give you 10 free agents, and we're going to give you the prediction as to who is going to pick them up. We're not going to go into the years. We're not going to go into the money. That's not what we're about. We're just going to give you the team. So without further ado, the number one free agent this year, Carlos Correa. I will pass this on to you.
And how should we do this? It's kind of like if he doesn't re-sign with the Astros, or like,
nope.
Are we doing that?
Who do you think? Nope. Who do you think?
Are we doing one team, two teams? That's my other question.
I would say one team, but you could give a B team if you would like.
Okay. I'm thinking for Correa, either the Tigers or the Yankees.
Love that. Love that. Who is your A team?
The Tigers.
Correct. I agree 100% here.
Dude, it's perfect. It's perfect. You have Hinch already as your manager. Like it's just perfect. It's cooking.
Yeah.
But
and the Tigers are a young and up and coming team.
Dude, Spencer Torkelson is ready for Major League Baseball.
Ooh. That's a team that you want to be scared of too.
Yep.
They need a shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
And why not put the best shortstop out on the market? Plug him right in.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. It's the Tigers for me. It was Houston already made him an offer. It was a slap in the face. He's not going back to Houston. He's going to be a Detroit Tiger. 100%. Ooh, him and Mig. Oh.
Yep.
Oh man. Yep. I'm drooling over that. Yeah, he's a Tiger in my opinion.
Yep.
Corey Seeger.
So, yeah, I was torn between either the Yankees or Rangers in this one. I'm gearing towards the Yankees though. I'm geared towards the Yankees.
Yankees getting Corey Seager. Love that.
I think that's, I'm sticking to it.
I'm going with the Los Angeles Dodgers here.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Los Angeles Dodgers. I think the Dodgers have always been willing to spend. They keep their talent. You saw that with Kenley. You saw that with Turner a couple years ago.
Yep.
And you've seen what they've done with Mookie. I just don't see him leaving LA. I don't see him leaving LA. If he were to leave LA, I am going to throw a sleeper pick here. He's going to go with the Seattle Mariners.
See, I thought about that, but Dipoto already said that JP Crawford is their shortstop, that their focus is not going to be towards a shortstop, which indicates actually that's for the, never mind.
Yeah.
For Simeon,
but how many times do you believe GMs?
And actually, you're right. How many times do I believe Dipoto, who fucking just
correct? He's a little wild
crazy.
Card.
Yeah,
he's
a
wild
right.
card.
I think that'd be nice. Little Mitch Haniger, Corey Seager type deal.
Middle of the lineup.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice to see.
Is Kyle Seager a free agent? I feel like Kyle Seager is a free agent this year too.
Yeah, he's not. They declined his option, so he's not going to be back.
Correct. But you could see like a 1-year deal, throw him some money.
Yeah.
But look, Corey's gonna like it in Seattle if that was what happened, because he knows his brother enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
Or I mean, maybe I doubt his brother hated it, but if his brother hated it, then he's not gonna fucking go there, right?
Dude, I fucking hated the 10 years I was there. Imagine. Oh my gosh.
Freddie Freeman, on the count of 3, say the team that we're both thinking.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, the Braves.
Braves. Yeah. Braves. Yeah.
That's not even an option. Say he doesn't sign with the Braves, just for shits and giggles. Where would he go?
Here's something for you. am thinking the Giants.
No fucking way.
No, I'm thinking
way.
if they can't pick up Bryant, and you could put Belt in the outfield. That's not an issue. Why not get a Gold Glove World Series champion at first base? The Giants need to make a splash, and why not get someone like that?
I kind of like that, but I just don't see it.
I don't see it. He would look good in a Giants jersey, but I don't see it. But like that's why I'm thinking. That's where my head's at. Because Brandon Belt could play in the outfield.
I kind of have like a random, not a random team per se, but just like a wild card. I would say the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, okay.
A team willing to spend money.
Yep.
Yes, I know they have Dalbec, but you could trade him. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he has enough value to be traded and get something 100% back for sure.
Yeah. 100%. I don't know how much of position fluidity he has. He's not going to play DH. He's not going to play third base. I don't know what other positions he could play outside of that. But he's Freddie Freeman's an Atlanta Brave. He's made that very clear.
Yes.
So he's not going anywhere. Chris Bryant.
I have either the Giants or Mariners.
I have the Mariners as well. I don't think the Giants.
Here's Chris Bryant.
Oh, Chris Bryant. What Siri?
Siri on my watch.
Hey, Siri, shut the fuck up, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just like
Siri's
oh, God.
Coming in.
We are leaving that in. We're leaving that in.
100%.
This is like in the World Series, there's that segment where they'll ask Siri a question. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was us right now.
That was it.
Yeah.
No free odds. Chris Bryant to the Seattle Mariners makes a lot of sense to me. They need to make a big splash.
Yeah.
Mitch Haniger and Chris Bryant in the middle of the lineup is pretty good. That would make them a little right-handed heavy. So I would like to see, a nice little lefty somewhere in there.
Maybe a little Schwarber DH. Because you could put Chris Bryant at third, right?
Correct.
Because that's if they don't get Seeger back, and then maybe you do get a Schwarber. Who knows? But I see where your head's at.
Lots of options there. I just don't know if the Giants can pull this one off.
Yeah. I think what would be the motivation for Chris Bryant to go to the Mariners?
The face of the organization.
Okay. Yeah, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that with the Giants.
He's not going to be that with the Giants, right? Because it's always going to be their tenured guys, right? Crawford.
Dude, Webb already kind of solidified himself as that next 100%. Face, so.
And with the Cubs, was he really ever their face?
That's true.
I mean, I feel like Rizzo was their face.
Baez. Yep. Rizzo, Baez,
right.
Bryant. Yep.
So I think giving him the opportunity, right? I kind of, this is not similar at all, but I kind of think of Kevin Durant, right? He left OKC and went to the Warriors, and he wasn't the face there, and he wanted to be a face, so he goes to the Nets. Well, obviously they got Kyrie.
Yeah.
But anyways, Chris Bryant's not that type of guy, but I think he would like to be a face for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he deserves it. He deserves it.
Has to be a West Coast team. I will never sleep on the Phillies. I have been saying this for a very long time that he still might be a good fit for the Phillies.
Chris
because
Bryant, Bryce Harper, that would be exactly crazy.
And they're really good buddies.
Yes,
they are. Really
I'm
good
pretty
buddies.
sure Harper has made a couple calls already.
Oh,
the
I'm
Phillies
sure
are like,
has.
hey, it'd be nice to have him here.
And the Phillies do need a center fielder. Do not sleep on Chris Bryant playing center field either.
Yeah, I mean, he showed it in the playoffs. So,
So I want to say the Phillies, but I think it's Seattle.
Phillies would be a good fit, but yeah, we'll see. Obviously.
Yeah. Kevin Gausman. I'm very surprised at where he's ranked in the top 10. This is not our ranking.
Well, I mean, if you look at the regular season, he was really, really strong in that regard. You look at all the other pitchers, in the back of. Actually, I'm surprised Ray is below him. Robbie Ray's below him.
And Max Scherzer. I know Max Scherzer's
You-
older, and that's why he's
Yeah, maybe
higher.
there's other things that come into play, but I'm just kind of saying in defense, like his regular season was really strong, postseason not that great. He had a really, really strong season, but for me, I think he's going to go back to the Giants. I think he's going to resign with them. If that's not the case, I think the Yankees are going to pick him up. I think that's something that could happen. They want to spend money. That's usually how it goes. So
I got two teams here.
mhm.
The Anaheim Angels. I'm sorry, the Los Angeles Angels.
Yep.
Or the Boston Red Sox.
Ooh, that.
Yeah. Red Sox would benefit greatly from another starter. Garrett Richards just didn't work out, right? Like, you can't have those kind of guys.
Yeah.
You need, and last year was kind of a, oh shit, we're a playoff team kind of year, right? They weren't really expecting to be that damn good.
Yeah.
Now they're expecting to be that damn good. So why not get one of the best starters and go get Kevin Gausman?
Yeah. I think Gausman and then Eovaldi, I think that's a good, like, just right there.
Oh, by the way, Chris Sale from the left.
Yeah. And then you have Hoke. I mean, you look at his stats. Yeah, he had a losing record, but his ERA was pretty fucking good, and he's young. He's like 24, 23, 24. So that could potentially happen. The Red Sox do, if you're gonna go for a name, like, that's the name to go for. I don't think Scherzer would fit there.
No, not in Boston.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, I don't see him back in SF either, dude. I think the Giants are going to want to spend money, but I just don't know how they're going to get it done.
He's not going to, I don't want to say he's not going to be asking for a lot, but he's going to be one of the cheaper starting elite pitchers. Yes.
He's going to get the biggest pitching deal.
Over Robbie Ray?
Yes. 100% yes. Robbie Ray has had question marks in his past.
Yeah, I mean, this was his first really legit.
Mean, I've been a big Robbie Ray fan for a long time. So yeah, I'm ready to bet my life on Kevin Gausman gets the fattest deal.
It could happen for sure. Marcus Semien, this is I think you're
my boy.
For me,
I don't really know where he goes, to be honest. You could go so many ways here.
Yeah, I had the Angels, but then I forgot. Technically you could put Semien at short. I mean, that's not, so I'm gonna stick with it. It's either gonna be the Angels or Mariners. I think, like I said, I kind of alluded to it, but if the Mariners are really dedicated to keeping JP Crawford at shortstop, they need a second baseman, and that is the best second baseman that you could ever get at this point in time. I think that's something.
He doesn't want to play second, and I don't think he will.
Hey, the money will fucking tell you to play second. He'd be like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. You know what I mean? He did it for the Blue Jays.
That is very, very true. See, if I say the White Sox, then he ends up playing second. Because I thought the White Sox.
Would he go back to the White Sox?
Yes. Yes, he would.
I feel like he needs to stay in the West Coast. I obviously he went to the Blue Jays, right? But I feel like
he is a West Coast guy. He does love the West Coast.
It's tough.
This is hard. And I also think about Texas.
Yeah.
Because I think Texas is going to lose the shortstop war of Correa and Seeger. And the next best option is Semien.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Texas.
Okay. Yeah, and they're not going to pick up Baez. I don't think Baez would even, like, I don't think that's his gig. I don't think
Baez isn't on the list.
Yeah.
But on this list, and we'll probably talk about him going forward. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cubs re-signed him.
Yeah. That'd probably be the better option, I guess. I mean, can't. Yeah. Robbie Ray, I think he I think he stays with the Blue Jays, but if he doesn't, he's going to the Angels.
He'd fit very nicely there.
Yeah.
This is just a wild card that just kind of popped into my head. The Philadelphia Phillies.
Fuck it. Imagine the Brewers picked him up. Like how
I thought about them too, but I was like, oh, where do they fit him?
Dude,
where do they fit him?
Fuck, 4-starter? That's so crazy.
Yeah. I would say the Phillies, the Angels are a really good fit. That's really all I got. The Rays are, I mean, not the Rays. Not the Rays. I meant the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays, he could stay in Toronto.
Yeah. Trevor Story, I have the Rangers.
Agreed. If they don't get Simeon or Seeger, I think that's a good one. I also think Houston.
Houston's
I mean,
you're gonna have to fill. You're gonna have to fill that. You don't have. I mean, they might have prospects, but not
this level.
Nah.
I have a lot of teams for Trevor Story. Yankees, I think, also make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's been like the top.
Trevor Story, LeMahieu, little middle infield there.
That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Max Scherzer.
So I have him staying with the Dodgers, but if he doesn't, I think the Padres would pick him up.
I 100%. He's staying in SoCal. I have been leaning towards the Dodgers a lot the more I think about it, but I'm going to say the Angels. I think Mike Trout and Shohei have already shown their annoyance with not having pitching. Mike Trout has already, this is public. Mike Trout has went to the front office and said, you need to go out and get Max Scherzer. You need to listen to Mike Trout.
Exactly.
So I'm going with the Angels here. Nick Castellanos.
This one was tough. But I want to say he's a Central boy. He's always been a Central boy. The Cubs, the Tigers, right? Like I think the Reds. So I'm sticking in the Central. I think the Brewers or the Cardinals would get him. And this is crazy to think. I say Cardinals, like I don't think that's really going to happen because they already have a really solid outfield. But
yes, they do.
I mean, why not with the Cardinals, right? But I think the Brewers would pick him up. I think he's staying in the Central. I mean, that's my pick. And then the Tigers could pick his ass back up. Who knows? But yeah, I'm picking the Brewers.
I don't really have one on this.
It's tough. He can literally go anywhere. He can fit. He will fit anywhere. I mean, before I think he was a third baseman at one point. Like
yes, he was.
So I don't think he's going to play third base anywhere. But I mean, you could literally fucking say any team, dude. You can say the Giants. Like that's
actually not a bad one. That's not a bad one.
Yeah. If you don't get Bryant, you need someone like that. And I think Castellanos is fairly similar to Bryant, where he's versatile. You could put him in right, you could put him at center, put him at left. Fuck you. If you might be able to put him at third, maybe. Who knows? But
I'm gonna go with kind of a random team here. I think the Royals.
Oh, okay.
And I think that would clog a spot. So I don't know how likely this is, but I could see a random team coming in and grabbing him. And I don't know how much he cares about. I mean, he cares about winning. I don't want to say that. He does care about winning, but I don't think he's one of those guys that's only going to go to a competitive team. So I could see like the Royals.
Don't sleep on the Royals too, right? Like they're up and coming. I mean, Salvador Perez, right? He's not getting any younger. I'm pretty sure he's addressed it to, the front office. Like, hey, if we're going to make a move, now's the time.
Let's do it.
I think they do have some good pieces there. This year, even next year is the pivotal point for a lot of these up and coming teams. There's teams that are going to just fall off. The Rays, I think the Rays are going to finally fall off. I think so too. A lot of their coaching staff have been hired by other teams.
Correct.
And that's the other thing. And this debacle of this past postseason, I think that was just another another indication of the Rays kind of
Things are
off.
changing.
Yeah,
things are changing in Tampa. I would love to keep going down this list.
Yeah, I would too.
But we won't. We won't. We'll
Yeah.
save the next 10 for the next episode.
Yeah, because we have some more relevant, a little bit more relevant stuff going on right now.
Yeah. Yep. The awards. Some awards have been handed out. The Silver Sluggers. And I love this that MLB has been giving out awards like during NFL primetime.
Hell yeah.
So
yeah,
they were announcing finalists during Sunday night game.
Oh my god.
They announced something on the Monday night game. Like, I love that. Let's stay relevant.
Yep, exactly.
I'm just gonna see if there's anything that stands out to me.
If you really want to see what stands out, I did include, the finalists, right? Like that, the Silver Slugger finalists. I think that might give you a good indication. I'm surprised Kyle Seeger was actually a finalist there, but
that is interesting.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised here. I'm not too surprised with who won.
No, I think they're all pretty fair.
Yeah, I think, and we'll just kind of name it. Vladdy Jr. I think he's the youngest first baseman or youngest player to win a Silver Slugger, something like that. There's some indication.
Love the Jays getting 3.
Yeah, youngest first baseman and the youngest Blue Jay player to win a Silver Slugger. So yeah, Freddie Freeman, Silver Slugger. Marcus Semien, not surprised there. Not surprised at all. Ozzie Albies.
You could have went Frazier here.
He wasn't even a finalist, bro, which is crazy. I could have went Cronenworth. I was thinking Cronenworth.
Oh, Cronenworth's actually a really good one too.
But yeah, Albies, I mean, no disrespect to him. He had a great year. Xander Bogarts, not surprised there. I mean, we were talking about this at the beginning of the season. Like, nobody talks about this guy. You need to give him some love because he's fucking killing it, dude. Tatis, not surprised there. Obviously, right, had a really, really crazy career. I mean, not career, but crazy season. For him to get injured and still put up numbers the way he did, it's freaking ridiculous.
Come back off the IL to hit a homer first AB every time.
Yeah, crazy. Devers, not surprised there. Great
I
season.
was surprised that this is Devers' first Silver Slugger.
That is true.
That's surprising.
That is surprising. Austin Riley, I honestly, if like out of all of the players that make me happy, like who won it, definitely Austin Riley. Yeah. I think this he's finally making a name for himself, which is good. Let's see what else we have. Outfielders. Oh no, catchers. So Salvador Perez, not surprised there.
Buster Posey,
not surprised there either. Not surprised there. Outfield. Here's one of the things you can never really go wrong with whoever won. Like it's like, oh, okay, like that makes sense too. Teoscar Hernandez, he had a pretty
That's
good.
a great fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge was a little surprising to me. And it's not that he had a horrible year. He did have a really good year. But I just.
Yeah, I mean, you could have went Mitch Haniger. You could have went Randy Rosarina, right? So, but I think Judge is, again, one of those players that, like, since he plays for the Yankees and he's getting all this money, like, you kind of overlook, right, his actual, like, his greatness, right? Because he's a really good baseball player.
He's really good, yes.
And is like another Harper, but Harper's like on another level in terms of people who they, who they hate. But Cedric Mullins, again, actually, this is another player that I'm super happy. Nobody was looking at this guy. Nobody was giving recognition. And I mean, 30 homers, 30 steals. I mean, one hell of a season. Hopefully he continues it. The Orioles have something going, it's a little nudge. But that's all you need. If you have Cedric Mullins
on them,
it's a little nudge. You either wake up from a little nudge or you don't wake.
You go back to sleep.
You go back to sleep. So that's what it is. And then Yeah, they were heavy. National League winners here. This was heavy, dude. Juan Soto, Bryce Harper, and Castellanos. Holy shit. Like that's
a dream outfield.
yeah. Yeah.
DH Otani and pitcher Max Fried.
Not surprised there. I would have honestly, I wish DeGrom could have won that.
Or Ynoa.
Yeah, but I mean, he had it with pitchers. I mean, it's a throw and a half. You're like,
yeah, who cares? Who cares?
Whatever.
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So yeah, like there. Honestly, I can't argue any of these too much. Like it was. I pretty much agree with what they had.
Agreed.
When we talk about Gold Glovers, let's want to just start off for us, Juan, or do you have that up or no?
I sure do. I was very surprised. I'm going to start at the catching position.
Okay.
I'm really surprised that Sean Murphy won this.
Yeah.
Over Maldonado and Salvador Perez. Look, I'm as much as I love catchers, I am also a big hater, and I just don't think I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't think Sean Murphy's a very good defensive catcher.
I thought he'd win like a silver. Honestly, I thought he'd win a Silver Slugger before he wins the Gold Glove. Like if that were to ever happen,
literally couldn't agree more. Yeah, I was very surprised there. But going in order, Tommy, that's second base. Paul Goldschmidt wins it at first. I mean, this is another one. It's like you really can't disagree with it, but I would have loved to see Max Muncy get it because Max Muncy had an amazing year at first.
Yeah.
Yuli Gurriel, I'm
not surprised there.
I would have went Matt Olson.
The bias. The bias. Now it's here. No, you could have went Olsen too. I mean,
or you could have went Walsh too. I mean, which is the other finalists. All three are very good. Tommy Edman at second. I would have. I mean, I'm fine with him winning it, but Colton Wong.
Yeah, I thought Colton Wong when I saw the finalists. I thought Colton Wong was going to win it, but
he's the flashy, of course.
Yeah.
Marcus Semien, no surprise there. One of the best infielders. He went from being one of the worst to the best. That's Ron Washington.
Ron Washington. Yep.
That is
Ron
Washington
on the same page
for you.
Perfect.
The platinum glove winner.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
Nolan Arenado.
Fucking, can we give him another award? Is there another? What's after platinum? Fuck.
For real, diamond.
I know.
Matt Chapman was kind of surprising for me because he did not have a Matt Chapman year.
But when you look at the runners up, like it's like, okay, like Jose Ramirez, he has a decent glove. And obviously he had a pretty damn good glove this year if he's a finalist, but and Joey Wendell, like if you had to choose, I'm going. Of course,
Chapman, we're gonna go Chapman. Yeah. Brandon Crawford, well deserved.
No surprise there. Yeah, no surprise.
I was very surprised that Kevin Newman was a finalist.
Yeah.
But good for him. Good for the Pirates getting on the board.
Good for you.
Carlos Correa, he was the platinum for AL, but I really think that JP Crawford deserves some love here.
Yeah.
But Correa is pretty damn good.
It's one of those things where like every other shortstop in the time of Nomar Garcia Parra and Derek Jeter, like there was like you couldn't overshadow them. That's how I feel like for JP Crawford. It's like you can't overshadow Correa or any so
never is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Tyler O'Neill. Love
the Cardinals fucking solid defense, man.
They swept. Would have loved some love for AJ Pollock. But no love there. The Dodgers actually didn't win a Gold Glove, which is very fucking surprising.
Yeah.
Benintendi, kind of random, but cool.
Is it random because he's not on the Red Sox anymore?
Yeah, it is 100%. Harrison Bader.
Whoo!
Some love for the Cardinals.
Yep.
Love that one. Michael Taylor from the Royals.
That was surprising.
Also sweeping.
Hey, like we said, you got some shit going for the Royals. You know, that's all you need. You get a couple of awards, and you're next thing you know it, you're in the World Series.
This one was very surprising for me.
Okay, yes, I was very surprised by this. I thought it was Mookie. Of course, you could go Yaz, right? But Duvall is
he's a hitter.
He's a hitter. He's a power hitter, to say the least. Like, that's I don't know, man.
Yeah, he has a cannon.
Yes, he does.
So Joey Gallo,
I was
surprised here.
Yeah.
He's great defensively, but I thought for sure it was Hunter Renfroe.
Yep.
And the Pirates getting some love, baby. Jacob Stallings. Really fucking surprised here.
Yeah, I mean,
I couldn't tell you anything other than he plays for the Pirates.
I mean, dude, like, he is gonna be able to say to his kids, or if he ever coaches, I got a Gold Glove over Yadier Molina and JT Realmuto. Like, that is
good for him. Kudos to him. Yeah, I don't really know much about him other than he won the Gold Glove. So kudos to him.
Well, we have to learn a little bit more. When I was a Pirates fan, I still tried to learn a little bit. There wasn't much going on there, but we have to grow the game and learn a little bit more about it.
Yes.
You know what, Juan? You have to write a fucking essay on why he deserves to be the Gold Glover.
Oh shit. And then Sean Murphy, which we already touched on, Max Fried and Dallas Keuchel. Pitchers are always just kind of a whatever for me as far as the Gold Glove.
You know, Greg Maddux earned that shit. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh,
boring.
My God. People were saying that Dallas Keuchel should have been given a Silver Slugger for all the home runs that he gave up this year.
Motherfucker.
Like, that's so mean. Like, why do you say that?
He had a rough year.
Yeah. All right. So shout out to Farhan Zaidi, executive of the year. We kind of knew that was gonna happen. We kind of talked about it. I wonder who was runner up. I didn't get to see that, but I wonder if
it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Anthopoulos,
yeah. So those were the awards that were just recently announced. We do have some awards coming up next week. So we have the Rookie of the Year that will be announced November 15th. Manager of the Year, which would be the 16th, Cy Young the 17th, and then MVP, which is the 18th. And I could be wrong, actually. Oh yeah, it is next week. So honestly, I include the link there. The biggest surprises for me when we talk about like some of the awards, the biggest thing was the National League Manager of the Year, the finalists there, and then the AL Rookie of the Year finalists. So
agreed.
When we talk for Rookie of the Year, the National League finalists, there's no like I think they were fairly spot on. Mm-hmm. Dylan Carlson from the Cardinals had a great year. Jonathan India was a sleeper for a long time. You were talking about him. Mm-hmm. And then Trevor Rogers too. He had a really good first half and kind of fell off a little bit, but overall
he's dealing with some personal things as well.
So a pretty good season. The AL Rookie of the Year, this is where I was surprised. So Randy Rosarina, I fucking forgot he was a fucking rookie.
He's still a rookie. Yes.
Which is crazy. I mean, he was playoff hero in 2020, and here he is, fucking rookie. Wander Franco, not surprised there. Great season. He came up a little late, but there's a couple things that come into play. I think one, his popularity, of course, like people are going to eat that shit up, right? And I mean, he proved it. He proved like, hey, this is me. I'm going to be here for a while. And I believed it. But Luis Garcia. Now, no offense to Luis Garcia. I think he had a great season.
Great year.
I really think that Adolis from the Rangers,
Texas. Yep.
Yeah, from the Rangers should have been it, or at the very least Mountcastle from the Orioles.
Correct.
It's pretty crazy that they're deciding the all-time whatever team for this year, and Mountcastle is being considered for that from the Orioles, but wasn't considered for rookie of the
rookie
year.
of the year. Yep.
Kind of crazy to think.
Noticed that too.
I was a bit surprised by that. Do you think like they were like, hey, let's put in one pitcher and two hitters? Like, was that?
I don't even know what the thinking was there, to be quite honest. I disagree with it. I can tell you that much. And honestly, I don't think any of those three deserve it over Adolis.
Adolis had a great, I mean, okay, just to put this in perspective, he had 31 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like that is a good chunk of home runs, 90 RBIs. He batted 243, and honestly, that's pretty fucking, that's not bad.
Decent.
You know,
yeah,
for a rookie. 141 hits, and he was an all-star. Like that. Come on, folks. Why wasn't he even a finalist? That's the thing that pissed me off. It's like, how is he not even a fucking finalist? You know?
Yeah,
we'll
sleeping on that. Love that Mike Schilt is a manager of the year.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Good for him. He deserves it. Craig Counsell is the surprising one here.
Yep. I mean, why not the fucking World Series champion?
Now, granted, voting is submitted before
I know,
postseason.
but Snitker, if you look at it, you said before the postseason, they got to it. Like you saw the momentum.
Correct.
The injuries, just everything. Like
what did Craig Counsell do to really deserve that? No offense to him, he is a really good manager.
Really good manager. Yeah.
Usually, you win manager of the year when you overcome something, or you
had the same pitching staff. You had the same pitching staff as last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't like that as a finalist.
And Yelich still didn't have a good year. Not like a crazy good year. So, yeah. I mean, not to I hear him. I sound like I'm shitting on him. I think Snitker could, he got snubbed just a tad, like with all the adversity that he had to face, right?
Agreed.
So, yeah, the AL Manager of the Year, I'm not surprised there. Dusty Baker, Kevin Cash, and Scott Cervasi.
Scott Cervais.
I hear Cervasi sometimes. Okay, all right. Bray, same shit. Yeah, I think we don't have to pick him. We'll kind of just we'll let it be. The Cy Young, I'm not surprised here either. Corbin Burns, Max Scherzer, Zach Wheeler. We talked about it when we were on Beanie Bros Sports podcast that Zach Wheeler, he was going to be in contention. I think they believed it too. And yeah, he had a really, really good year. So people were probably like, dude, you're saying good year. What the fuck are their stats? You guys can look it up. That's your homework. That's your homework. Look it up.
Look up the numbers.
Look up the numbers.
We're not going to throw those down.
Write us a report on why they deserve to be the Cy Young. No. And then Garrett Cole, Lance Lynn, and Robbie Ray for AL Cy Young. Not surprised there at all either. Yankee fans, take this in consideration. You need to realize, okay? And this is why I needed to have a pause so you guys could really soak this in. Garrett Cole is being considered for a Cy Young. Okay? Your team is not going to be gone. Okay? Your team, you don't have to rebuild. You have an ace. You have a potential Cy Young fucking winner. Stop shitting on the guy. He had a bad fucking playoff. Okay? He's still above 500 in the playoffs. His ERA is still sub 4, close to 3. All right. Take this in consideration the next time you want to talk shit about Garrett Cole. Okay.
I'll be the devil's advocate here.
Oh my God. Are we going to talk about the Spire Tag bullshit?
No, I don't even need to bring that up. It's just funny to me that he's an ace. And you know me, I've loved Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
I'm a big Garrett Cole fan. but the guy is not showing up for big games. He has struggled in big games since joining the Yankees. And that is a worrisome if you consider yourself an ace. But hey, great season.
Teach their own. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
Good season for him. He's had some up and down, caught with his pants at his ankles. But congrats on a great year.
Yeah. And then just moving on to MVP. I again not surprised here. We might actually do this. We don't have to do this live, but for National League MVP finalists are Bryce Harper, Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis. Not surprised there at all. You can literally choose any one of them, and I wouldn't argue with you. The AL MVP finalists are Vladdy Jr., Shohei Ohtani, and the third person.
Give me the third one. Give me the third one.
Third person is Marcus Semien.
Does that mean now? I just want to make sure I understand this correctly.
Yep. Does
that mean that Salvador Perez is not an MVP finalist? Is that what that means?
That is exactly what that means, Juan.
So if I recall, we put $100 down on who the finalists would be.
What a load of fucking bullshit, guy.
What?
Dude, what the fuck? Dude, okay. I'm not one to go on stats and stuff like that, but this is okay. Marcus Semien has 173 hits. Okay. Salvador Perez has 169. All right. You got him there. Marcus Semien, 45 home runs. Salvador Perez, 48.
Okay.
Batting average for Marcus Semien, 265. Salvador Perez, 273. RBIs for Marcus Semien, 102. Salvador Perez, 121. OBP for Salvador Perez, 316. OBP for Marcus Semien, 334. What? Come on. What the fuck? But
yeah, one of those won a Gold Glove. The other didn't.
Okay. He got fucking snubbed. By some fucking athletic hitter, a silver
Oakland
slugger.
A's great.
Jesus
Oakland
Christ!
A's
But
great.
I digress. Honestly, I did that for all theatrics. Marcus Semien, not surprised there. Honestly, Salvador Perez had a good season, but I know I said Salvador Perez, but I'm not surprised by Marcus Semien being third as a finalist. So that means I have the opportunity of donating $100. I believe we decided for the minor leaguers or advocates for minor leaguers, right?
Correct.
That was okay, cool. So I will do that. I'm a man of my word. I don't want to necessarily post oh, look how much I gave or whatever. You guys know, whoever's listening, hey, I'm donating $100. I could show the receipt or whatever on our story. That's at the very least, but I'm not going to show how much. But you guys know we made that bet, I believe, a couple episodes ago. $100 to a charity that we wanted to donate to. We chose Advocates for Minor Leaguers. So it's a win. It's a win-win for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No,
I still get to do my part. So congratulations.
I get to sit back and watch Marcus Semien be a finalist.
Finalist, that's
because he's not gonna win it.
Oh my god, so funny. Oh god. Well, that's about it, folks. This was a meaty one. But
always
that's the words of we have our shout outs, of course, but that hopefully you walked with us, right? You walked with us through the sand and let the ocean just kind of, the breeze just hit you. All right. And now we're just gonna top it off. We're just gonna, pour in a little mojito for you, and we're just gonna let the sunset just fucking
take you away,
baby.
Us,
okay.
Take you
All
away.
Right. Shout outs. I mean, this is kind of obvious one. You could state this one if you want, because I honestly want you to say it.
You want me to shout him out? You want me to shout him out? Okay. Shout out to the person that I offended, the person that I made retire. Big shout out to future Hall of Famer Buster Posey.
Hell yeah. I love that.
If you want to make that my text tone every time I text you, feel free to do so.
Dude, I might. I might. Oh man. Another shout out staying in the Giants organization, Ron Wotus. So it was, he already, made it clear that after this season he was going to retire. So just wanted to give him a shout out. 32 years within the Giants organization. I mean, that's a career. If you love something, you like literally don't fucking think about time, right? Nope. You love something, you're just doing what you love. So shout out to Ron Wotus. Yeah, great coach. I think the Giants typically have really good tenured coaches within their organization.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah, you want to do the last two?
Yeah, our random teams. Shout out to our random teams, giving us a fun year. Top of lineup first with the Braves winning the World Series. My random team. It was a fun ride. Yeah. Let's hope that we get 2 competitive teams next year.
Yeah, honestly, it was fun. It was fun. And for anyone that's like new to this podcast, we started this like fun little game where pretty much we just let this wheel choose our team who we're gonna be a fan for that whole year. This is our second year. Obviously with 2020 couldn't do much. But this year finally we're able to do some stuff. So more things to come with that. I think we should change up some rules and stuff like that. I think we're gonna have some fun with that. We will. I know Beanie Bro Sports want to join in, so that'll be fun too, having kind of expanding that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And my favorite shout out of all of these is the Dodgers. Shout out to the Dodgers for not waiting around. There's, and we didn't really talk about it, but there's a lockout looming, a potential lockout that might happen. Owners don't want to spend right now because they don't know what's going to happen. But the Dodgers, they didn't get that memo. They went out and signed Andrew Heaney, and it's not, a $40 million contract. It's nothing crazy, but they found a weakness of theirs, starting pitching depth, and they went out and got who they wanted. And I love this. I know, he's had some struggles with the long ball. He's been giving up a lot of homers in New York and Anaheim, but I like that they went out and got somebody who they, wanted.
High risk, high reward. Honestly,
yeah, I 100%.
Like, and Mark Pryor is a really good pitching coach.
Great pitching coach.
You look at Alex Wood. I'm pretty sure he would. Yeah, right. Because I mean, look at Alex Wood.
Same thing.
Before he joined the Dodgers, like he was kind of, I think he was with the Reds, right, for a while. Like he struggled, So I think this is a perfect position for him. Mark Pryor is for sure gonna tweak some things, and you're gonna see a different Heaney, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So love that, and I love that the Dodgers aren't waiting around. They saw somebody who they wanted, they went out and got him. I
have one more shout out, actually, just thinking about it. So the last shout out is to really everyone. Again, we do this all the time, but the season's over, right? Regular season's over, playoffs are over, World Series over. Just want to shout everyone out, just really supporting us throughout this season. This is the first year that we've been fully committed and making posts and really just trying to get integrated with our community and building that community. So we couldn't have done it without you all. Even the feedback that you all provide to us, really do appreciate it. It's really nice, knowing that we have a community. I mean, it's not just our best friends, right? We actually have people who are messaging us. Beanie Bro Sports, right? We're part of their community, they're part of our community, and that's cool. We would have never been able to meet them if it wasn't for this, right? So even pitcher clips, if you guys follow that, follow him, he's been a big part of our growth. He's been mentoring me, which is pretty cool. But I just want to thank you all for the support. It's been a hell of a ride, and we're still grow the game, baby. We have some exciting things coming. We've been talking about it, and I mean, I'm ready for it.
Lots of good things coming. We're only growing. We're growing the game with everything we do. Doesn't matter if we reach 2 people or if we reach 200 million people. Our goal is still the same. And I think we got closer. We accomplished a little bit of what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And this is just year 2. So year 3 is coming up.
Hell yeah.
And I'm really excited for it. Lots of great things coming. So we appreciate you all. And top lineup out, baby.
Deuces.